Hey there, fellow free spirits and fierce females. Let's talk about the unspoken rules of being a Sigma woman in today's dating jungle. You know, those of us who dance to our own beat, defy stereotypes, and aren't afraid to say nah when needed. Picture this. You're a strong, badass Sigma woman twirling through life with confidence and sass. But when it comes to relationships, there are some lines you just don't cross. So grab your metaphorical popcorn, because we're about to spill the tea on what you should never do for a man. Unless he's serving up pizza at 2 a.m., from sacrificing your dreams for a dude who can't even remember your birthday, to pretending you're less intelligent just to stroke his ego. Spoiler alert, it's not worth it. We're keeping it real and sprinkling in some sass along the way. So, buckle up, embrace your inner rebel, and get ready to laugh, nod in agreement, and maybe even raise an eyebrow or two. This isn't your grandma's relationship advice. It's a crash course in staying true to yourself while navigating the wild world of modern romance. Let's dive in. I advise you to watch till the end because you don't want to miss any juiciness this topic brings. It's so refreshing. And please subscribe to join our 8K community of like-minded women. At number 1, don't ignore the red flags. Seriously, they're brighter than a Las Vegas neon sign. All right, listen up, ladies. We've all been there. The guy who seems perfect on paper, but gives off more warning signals than a malfunctioning smoke detector. You know the type. Mysterious disappearances, cryptic texts, and a penchant for ghosting that would make Houdini proud. Here's the deal. Sigma women don't have time for mind games or emotional roller coasters. When those red flags start waving in your face, it's time to channel your inner detective and investigate. And trust me, these flags aren't subtle. They're more like flashing neon signs in the middle of a dark alley in Vegas. Picture this. You're on a date, and Mr. Perfect suddenly drops a bombshell about his complicated situation with 3 ex-girlfriends and a pet iguana named Gerald. Excuse me, that's not just a red flag. That's a fireworks display of relationship chaos waiting to happen. So, let's make a pact, shall we? Promise yourself to never ignore those neon bright red flags, no matter how tempting it is to brush them off with a nervous laugh. Your sanity and your precious time are far too valuable to waste on someone who's waving warning signs like they're auditioning for a circus act. Stay vigilant, stay fabulous, and remember, you deserve someone who treats you like the VIP of their life, not a spectator in their 3-ring relationship circus. Now go forth, dodge those red flags like a pro, and keep shining like the supernova you are. Number 2. Don't tolerate disrespect. You're not a doormat, you're a queen. All right, ladies, let's talk about respect, or more accurately, the lack thereof. Sigma women don't settle for anything less than the royal treatment, and that includes being respected like the queens we are. So when a guy starts dishing out disrespect like it's free samples at Costco, it's time to channel your inner monarch and show him who's boss. Imagine this scenario. You're on a date, and Mr. Not-So-Charming makes a joke at your expense that lands with all the grace of a fridge falling down the stairs. Excuse me? We don't do belittling comedy here. It's so last century. And let's not forget those subtle digs disguised as compliments. Wow, you're pretty smart for a girl. Nope. Backhanded compliments are like expired milk, gross and not worth your time. So here's the golden rule. If a guy can't treat you with the basic respect you deserve, it's time to show him the exit faster than you can say, boy, bye. Because remember, you're not a doormat, you're a queen, and queens don't tolerate disrespect. So, raise that invisible crown, strut like you own the runway of life, and remember that anyone who can't see your worth doesn't deserve a front row seat in your kingdom. Respect is non-negotiable, and you, my friend, are worth more than all the gold in Fort Knox. At number 3, don't shoulder all responsibilities. You're not Atlas. You're a Sigma woman. All right, ladies, let's talk about the fine art of partnership without becoming a one-woman show. Sigma women are known for their independence, but that doesn't mean we should be juggling all the responsibilities in a relationship like we're auditioning for Cirque du Soleil. Imagine this. You're in a relationship where you're not just wearing multiple hats. You're the entire hat store. Cooking, cleaning, emotional support, life planning, you name it, you're doing it. Meanwhile, your partner's contribution is about as visible as a ninja in a library. Here's the reality check. Relationships are meant to be a team effort, not a solo performance. It's okay to delegate, to ask for help, and to expect equitable participation from your partner. After all, you're a Sigma woman, not the Greek Titan Atlas holding up the entire celestial sphere. So next time you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, or just the weight of your relationship, it's time to have a chat. Communicate your needs, set boundaries, and remember that it's perfectly okay to share the load. And if your partner needs a visual aid, feel free to whip out a PowerPoint presentation illustrating the concept of fair division of labor in relationships, complete with animated GIFs and pie charts. Because hey, a little humor and creativity never hurt anyone. So, here's to embracing partnership without feeling like a one-woman logistics department. You deserve a relationship where both parties bring their A-game, because teamwork makes the dream work and saves you from becoming a contortionist trying to do it all. Number 4, don't ignore your intuition. It's your inner psychic, trust it. All right, ladies, let's talk about that gut feeling. The one that's more reliable than your GPS on a road trip. Sigma women have finely tuned intuition. And when it starts waving red flags like a cheerleader on caffeine, it's time to pay attention. Imagine this. You're on a date with a guy who looks like he stepped out of a rom-com, but your intuition is doing the Macarena in protest. Maybe he's overly charming, but something feels off, like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Here's the scoop. Your intuition is like your personal psychic hotline, and it's rarely wrong. If it's telling you to hit the brakes, listen up. Maybe it's picking up on subtle cues that your conscious mind hasn't caught on to yet, like his nervous eye twitch every time you mention commitment. Let's break it down with a little analogy. Your intuition is the lifeguard blowing the whistle when you're about to dive headfirst into a shallow pool of romantic disaster. Ignore it at your own peril, my friend. So, next time your gut sends you an SOS signal, trust it like you trust your best friend's Netflix recommendations. It's there to protect you from heartache and save you from ending up in a relationship sequel that should have been canceled after the pilot episode. And hey, if you need a mnemonic device, just remember, intuition, it's your inner Sherlock Holmes, elementary, my dear Watson. So grab your magnifying glass or smartphone and start deciphering those intuitive clues. Your future self will thank you for it. Now, if you've been loving the empowering content and valuable insight shared here, then consider hitting that subscribe button like it's your ticket to an exclusive Sigma Women's Club. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with all the latest episodes, tips, and wisdom to fuel your journey as a fierce and fabulous Sigma woman. Join our community of like-minded trailblazers, and let's continue this amazing journey together. So, if you're ready to embrace your inner Sigma, smash that subscribe button and let's soar to new heights together. Don't miss out on all the fun. Subscribe now and become part of our empowering tribe. See you on the flip side. Number 5 on our list. Don't change your core values, unless you're a chameleon, and last I checked, you're not. All right, ladies, let's talk about staying true to yourself in a world where Netflix changes their movie lineup more often than some change their socks. Sigma women are like rare gems, precious, unique, and definitely not meant for conformity. Imagine this, you meet a guy who's all charm and charisma, but suddenly he's suggesting you trade in your eco-friendly lifestyle for jet-setting around the globe on a private jet fueled by unicorn tears? No thanks. Here's the deal. Your core values are the North Star guiding your life's journey, and no smooth-talking Casanova should convince you to swap them out like yesterday's fashion trend. After all, you're not a chameleon. You don't change colors to blend in with every passing fad. Think of it this way. If your values were a pizza, would you let someone sprinkle anchovies all over it just because it's their favorite topping? Heck no. You stick to your metaphorical pizza toppings and values like a boss. So, stand firm, embrace your convictions, and remember that staying true to yourself is the ultimate power move. The right person will appreciate your authenticity more than a knockoff designer bag. And if Mr. Smooth Talker can't handle your unwavering commitment to your principles, well, that's his loss. You've got better things to do, like conquering the world one unapologetic step at a time. Stay fierce, stay fabulous, and let your values be your guiding light in the murky waters of modern romance. At number 6, don't subdue your intelligence. Brains are sexy, own it. All right, my fellow Sigma sisters, Let's talk brain power. Because who needs a Prince Charming when you've got a mind sharper than a chef's knife on cooking day? Sigma women are all about embracing their smarts, and that means never dumbing down for anyone. Picture this. You're on a date with a guy who thinks algebra is a type of exotic dance move. Instead of flaunting your IQ, you find yourself nodding along to his conspiracy theories about alien invasions. Hold up, where did your brainy banter go? Here's the scoop. Intelligence is like a fine wine. It gets better with age and should be proudly displayed, not hidden in the cellar. So, when someone tries to dim your intellectual sparkle, it's time to unleash your inner Einstein. Let's break it down with a dash of humor. Imagine you're at a party, and someone asks you about your favorite quantum physics theorem. Do you dumb it down or dazzle them with your particle-penetrating prowess? Hint, option 2 is way more fun. So the next time you're tempted to pretend you're less brainy than you are, channel your inner Hermione Granger and own it like a boss. After all, a partner who can't handle your brain power is like a laptop without Wi-Fi, completely useless. And if you need a real-life example, just look at Marie Curie. She didn't discover radium by pretending to be clueless. She rolled up her sleeves and embraced her brilliance. So, here's to celebrating your intelligence like the crown jewel it is. Smart is the new sexy, darling. Number 7. Don't silence your voice. You're a Sigma woman, not a mime. Listen up, fabulous ladies. Sigma women have voices that deserve to be heard louder than a rock concert on a Saturday night. So, when it comes to speaking your mind, don't even think about pressing that mute button. Imagine this. You're in a conversation with a guy who talks over you like he's auditioning for a late-night talk show. Excuse me? Your voice is not background noise. It's the headline act. Here's the deal. Your opinions, ideas, and feelings matter, and anyone who tries to silence them might as well try to stop a volcano from erupting. Spoiler alert, it's not going to happen. Let's inject a dose of humor into this scenario. Imagine you're at a party, and someone dismisses your brilliant idea like it's yesterday's leftovers. Do you retreat into the shadows or unleash your inner TED Talk speaker? Hint, go for the TED Talk vibe. So the next time someone tries to shush you like you're a chatty toddler, channel your inner Beyoncé and say it louder for the people in the back. Your voice is your superpower. Use it wisely and don't be afraid to let it soar. And if you need a real-life example of vocal prowess, just look at Malala Yousafzai. She didn't change the world by whispering. She raised her voice and ignited a revolution. So here's to speaking up, speaking out, and being the fearless leader of your own narrative. Mic drop. Number 8. Don't endure emotional neglect. You deserve more attention than a Kardashian on Instagram. Hey there, fierce Sigma women. Let's talk about the importance of emotional reciprocity in relationships, or as I like to call it, the give and receive principle. Because let's face it, you deserve more TLC than a celebrity's selfie feed. Imagine this, you're pouring your heart out to a guy who responds with all the enthusiasm of a sloth on a Monday morning. Excuse me, emotional neglect is so last season. It's time for a wardrobe overhaul. Here's the reality check. Your emotions are valuable, and any partner worth their salt should be tuning in like it's the season finale of your favorite TV show. If they're not, it's time to change the channel. Let's sprinkle in some humor. Picture yourself in a relationship where you're the emotional cheerleader while your partner is sitting on the sidelines munching popcorn. Time to recruit a new teammate who actually knows the rules of the game. So my advice? Don't settle for crumbs when you deserve a 5-course meal of emotional support, love, and genuine connection. If someone can't meet you halfway, they might as well be trying to parallel park a spaceship, clueless and destined for a crash. And if you need a real-life example, just remember Rihanna's song, Don't Stop the Music. Your emotional needs deserve to be front and center, not playing second fiddle to someone else's tune. So, turn up the volume on self-love, and let go of anyone who can't hit the emotional high notes with you. You're the star of your own emotional blockbuster. Grab the popcorn and enjoy the show. Number 9. Don't downplay your achievements. You're a Sigma woman, not an undercover superhero. All right, my fellow Sigma sisters, let's talk about celebrating our wins like they're VIP guests at a red carpet event. Sigma women are achievers, and that means no more hiding our successes under a metaphorical bushel. Imagine this. You've just nailed a major project at work, but when you share the news, Someone responds with a half-hearted, "That's nice." Excuse me. Your achievements deserve a standing ovation, not a lukewarm golf clap. Here's the deal. Whether you aced a presentation, mastered a new skill, or simply survived a chaotic week, give yourself credit where credit is due. You're not just a rock star. You're the entire band. Let's sprinkle in some humor. Picture yourself at a party and someone asks what you've been up to lately. Do you downplay your accomplishments like they're minor footnotes? Or do you unleash your success story like it's the plot twist in a blockbuster movie? Hint, go for the blockbuster vibe. So my advice? Own your achievements like a boss. Whether it's landing a dream job, finishing a marathon, or perfecting your guacamole recipe, shout it from the rooftops, or at least post about it on social media. And if you need a real-life example, just think of Serena Williams. She doesn't downplay her tennis victories. She celebrates them with the enthusiasm of a champion. So, grab your metaphorical trophy, raise it high, and let the world know that you're a force to be reckoned with. Keep shining, Sigma sister. At number 10, don't neglect self-care. You're a Sigma woman, not a martyr. All right, ladies, let's talk about self-care, the ultimate act of showing yourself some love and respect. Sigma women are busy conquering the world, but that doesn't mean we should neglect our own well-being in the process. Imagine this. You're running on empty, trying to be everything to everyone, while your own needs take a back seat like they're riding in coach. Newsflash. You're not a superhero. Well, maybe just a little. And even superheroes need a spa day. Here's the reality check. Self-care isn't selfish. It's essential. Whether it's indulging in a bubble bath, taking a yoga class, or simply saying no to extra commitments, prioritize yourself like you're the CEO of your own life. Let's sprinkle in some humor. Picture yourself as the star of a self-care sitcom. Instead of binge-watching Netflix until 2 a.m., you're binging on a healthy dose of me time. Cue the laugh track, because taking care of yourself is the ultimate punchline. So my advice? Treat yourself like you would treat your best friend, with kindness, compassion, and the occasional spa gift certificate. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup, and you deserve to recharge those batteries like a Tesla in ludicrous mode. And if you need a real-life example, just look at Oprah Winfrey. She's all about self-love and self-care, and if it's good enough for Oprah, it's good enough for us. So grab that face mask, turn on some soothing tunes, and remind yourself that you're worth every moment of self-care. Keep shining, Sigma sister. Number 11. Don't abandon your passions, unless you're pursuing a career in extreme ironing. Hey there, fellow Sigma women. Let's talk about the importance of keeping our passions alive and kicking, because life's too short to settle for anything less than fireworks-worthy excitement. Imagine this. You're in a relationship where your passions are gathering dust in the attic of forgotten dreams, while you're busy binge-watching reality TV with your partner. No thanks. It's time to dust off those dreams and let them shine like disco balls. Here's the deal. Your passions are like fuel for your soul, and neglecting them is like trying to drive cross-country with an empty gas tank. Spoiler alert, you won't get very far. Let's inject some humor into this scenario. Picture yourself on a first date, and instead of talking about your love for salsa dancing or underwater basket weaving, you're discussing the weather. Yawn. Time to unleash your inner salsa-diving basket weaver, or whatever floats your boat. So, my advice? Pursue your passions like they're the last slice of pizza at a party. Grab them before someone else does. Whether it's painting, skydiving, or perfecting your French pastry skills, make time for what sets your soul on fire. And if you need a real-life example, just look at Frida Kahlo. She didn't abandon her passion for art. She painted her way through life's challenges like a boss. So grab your paintbrush, or metaphorical tool of choice, and let your passions be the soundtrack to your Sigma journey. Life's too exciting to settle for anything less than what makes your heart sing. Number 12. Don't diminish your ambition. You're a Sigma woman, not a dimmer switch. All right, my fellow trailblazers, let's talk ambition. The rocket fuel propelling us towards our dreams. Sigma women are like shooting stars. We aim high and refuse to settle for anything less than stellar. Imagine this. You're crushing your career goals, but suddenly a guy comes along and suggests you should take it easy or aim lower. Excuse me. Ambition is not a volume knob you can adjust. It's the fire in your soul. Here's the reality check. Your dreams are valid, your goals are worthy, and anyone who tries to douse your ambition is about as effective as a chocolate teapot. Let's inject some humor into this scenario. Picture yourself at a networking event, and someone asks about your ambitions. Do you downplay them like they're small potatoes, or do you proudly announce your plans to conquer the world? Hint, go for the world domination vibe. So my advice, embrace your ambition like it's a hot fudge sundae on a summer day. Indulge in it shamelessly. Whether it's climbing the corporate ladder, starting your own business, or mastering the art of gourmet cooking, keep reaching for the stars. And if you need a real-life example, just look at Beyoncé. She didn't become Queen Bey by dimming her ambition. She turned it into a global empire. So put on your crown, set your sights high, and let your ambition be the guiding star in your Sigma journey. The sky's the limit, my friend. In conclusion, my fabulous Sigma sisters, remember this. You are the architects of your own destiny, the captains of your own ships, and the CEOs of your own lives. As we navigate the unpredictable waters of modern relationships, let's hold fast to our principles like a lifeline in a storm. Whether it's refusing to compromise our core values, embracing our intelligence with unapologetic flair, or prioritizing self-care like it's a non-negotiable spa day, let's stand tall and proud in our Sigma identity. And hey, let's not forget to inject a healthy dose of laughter into our journey. After all, life's too short to take ourselves too seriously. So let's face each challenge with a smile, tackle each setback with resilience, and celebrate every victory like it's a dance party on Cloud 9. Together, we're rewriting the rules, breaking down barriers, and paving the way for a world where Sigma women thrive, unapologetically. So raise your metaphorical champagne glasses, or actual ones, no judgment here, and let's toast to the unstoppable force that is the Sigma woman. Cheers to authenticity, empowerment, and living life on our own terms. We've got this, ladies. Let's shine brighter than a supernova and show the world what it means to be a Sigma woman. Stay fierce, stay fabulous, and keep blazing your trail. The world is our runway. Let's strut it like we own it. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below. See you at our next video, my ladies. Take care, stay true, stay Sigma. Bye for now, and God bless.